What's up, folks? I thought I was a boxing fan. Well, I did. I thought I was the biggest boxing fan this state had to offer. Before I came to YouTube. Hey, what's happening, folks? It's your boy, Naptown Born, coming back at you once again. Now, I'm getting to this tonight. I ain't gonna do no editing and no shit like that. I'm just gonna make this as short, as sweet as possible. Well, it's true. I mean, let me just jump right into it. First of all, say I'm doing this tonight, kind of inspired by watching Chuck the Doc and Julian Foster do, Chuck the Doc's favorite fights and Julian Foster why I love boxing. And figured it was about time I got around doing my shit. Look, when I came to YouTube, it was for one big reason, one very specific reason. I came to YouTube and got an account and started commenting and watching boxing videos because there wasn't nobody else really to talk to about boxing. Not around here. People, I don't know what the rest of the world thinks of the Midwest in the United States, or what even like California, New York people, what they think of people here in the Midwest. But at least, and I can only speak for Indianapolis, at least here, some people like it and will watch it, but it's not really a big talking point. It's not an issue. They don't give a fuck about the next big pay-per-view coming up. You go down the bar, there ain't no boxing fight, pay-per-views to watch. It'll be UFC every time. Every time. So, and, I ain't got no theater to go watch boxing at around here. None of that shit. Okay? And I'm speaking from experience, man. This month, February, I've now been 1 year sober, no alcohol, nothing, right? So, I've just kind of noticed things a little bit more. That's completely off topic, too. And I'm not even going to do no editing, so this is going to sound silly now. No, look, okay, I've been a year sober. I think I just wanted to say that. Before that, I was a big fucking drunk, man. If there was going to be a boxing match played at a bar, I was going to be there. Alright, you know what I'm saying? I'd call every bar in the fucking phone book. I know if they show fights around here. They don't show fights around here. It's UFC, every time. Before I quit drinking, I was at the bar. Shit. But I'm just saying they don't show that shit around here. The last fight I got to see at a bar was Mayweather De La Hoya. That's it. That's the last one. No, I think they did show Pacquiao and Hatton at one fucking bar downtown, and we went to go see it. Yeah, they were really fucking smashed, and the fight was over really quick. Sucked. Anyway, okay, but that's how few and far between we get shit like that out here. Growing up, my dad wasn't about to pay for no channels where we had to, just for boxing, and there wasn't no talk of, going to a boxing gym or nothing like that. There wasn't no talk of boxing. He did teach us how to box at some point and gave us gloves, but there wasn't really no, me and my little brother could only fight each other so many times. You know what I'm saying? You can only fight each other so many times before you start wanting to box other people in the neighborhood, and then you get to doing that, and but it was never brought up. If we boxed with some of the kids in the neighborhood, it wasn't a big deal to talk about it. Like if you would have fucking played a game of basketball and would have beat the shit out of the other team, or played a game of 21 and fucking pimped that shit, that would have been a story at the dinner table. But not if you took a big punch and you know what I'm saying? That shit, wasn't equal. So, but I did get to see, because he enjoyed watching Tyson. My dad enjoyed watching Tyson, so I got to watch a lot of Tyson. Very memorable, for a young kid watching Tyson, and that being the first kind of real fight you remember is Mike Tyson. Gives you kind of a bias for boxing, though. But anyway, so that shit was exciting watching Tyson box, right? You know, well then we went through a period where we really didn't have cable. They weren't showing that shit on the networks, you know. I didn't know shit about USA or anything like that, so if they were showing it on cable or whatever, I wasn't seeing it, you know what I mean? So, whole fucking life story aside, man, when I joined YouTube, I've been watching boxing again pretty regularly for about 5 years. And I joined YouTube, it'll be 2 years, so a little over a year ago, in 2009, at the end of 2009. And I've been watching boxing for about 5 years pretty consistently, you know, since I got out on my own, you know, started getting cable and getting the channels I wanted for boxing and getting back into it because I really did like the sport. Not even talking about, I ain't even going to talk about when I was watching Roy Jones Jr. That's a whole different video. But anyway, and I'm just saying that there isn't much boxing to talk about around here. So I came here for one single purpose, to talk about boxing. And I thought I knew my shit when I came here. Shit. Shit. I thought I knew my shit. I knew everything. I didn't know shit, dude. I came here, I didn't know who the fuck Andre Ward was. I didn't know who the fuck Andre Dirrell was. You know, a lot of people didn't maybe, but I didn't know who Arthur Abraham was. I didn't know who Carl Froch was. I knew who Jermaine Taylor was because of Winky Wright, because before I came to YouTube, and even though I'd watched boxing over the past 5 years, I actually never got to see Bernard Hopkins versus Jermaine Taylor until they had the Winky Wright fight on HBO or something, and then I was watching the on-demand shit, and sometimes before fights they'll show previous fights, and then so they showed Jermaine Taylor and Hopkins, I think that's when I saw it. So that's the only reason I had seen that fight, and I hadn't really paid much attention to it because I was drunk as shit. Anyway, so I came here thinking because I watch Showtime and fucking HBO all the time, that I knew my boxing. I barely even watched Friday Night Fights, dude. That I knew my shit, but you know, I started out replying to other people, you know, feeling my way out, and then when I started, you know, making predictions, blah blah blah, I get my ass kicked on predictions a lot, man. A lot, man. I reply to people's videos all the time. That's how I started doing around here. Before I started, you know, just doing my own thing or whatever. I was just replying to everybody else's shit. But that's what I wanted when I came here, was just to talk about boxing. And that's what I enjoy about this boxing community, is being able to just talk about nothing but boxing. And straight boxing all the time. Damn near 24/7. Every time I pop open my fucking YouTube and I sit down at the computer, man, I'm bound and guaranteed to find a fucking boxing video, and that's great. That's just great to me. I'm not going to get into why I love boxing, but to think of how much that I thought I was a fan and how much of a fan I actually am now is just crazy. I would consider myself the most casual fans when I came to the boxing community, even though one of my favorites was Winky Wright. Still, I was like the most casual of fans, man. I didn't know shit about stance or how people hold their hand. I didn't know none of that shit, and I still don't know half of it. But I went from casual to somewhere in between hardcore and casual. I can't even still say I've been on YouTube for fucking over a year, and I still can't say I'm a hardcore fan, even though I watch so many more fights than I used to. But just from the community, man. So if y'all are ever trying to discuss, you know, what you do around the community and what the boxing community represents, and what you guys really do here, or what we really do here, this and that and the other, take it from me as a guy who came here not really knowing a whole lot, as a guy who came here for that purpose. And I came here before I went to ESPN and shit. I didn't even know they talked about boxing on ESPN because I don't really watch sports. I just watch boxing and some football because of Colts. I really don't even like basketball, you know what I mean, or baseball or any of that shit. So, you know, I really wasn't watching them sports channels. So I was basically just watching HBO and Showtime, and not even a whole lot of Showtime at that. I was buying all the pay-per-views, but then I come to find out that there's a lot of shit, like, I could say more than half the pay-per-views I've bought over the past 5 or 6 years haven't even really been either that competitive or weren't supposed to be that competitive, or, you know, we're just kind of not that great at pay-per-views. You know what I mean? The undercards were shit, you know what I mean? But that's shit I never noticed or cared about. Now I do. Take it from me. Y'all are doing a great job. Y'all are doing a better job here on YouTube at shedding a great light on boxing than the fucking haters over at ESPN or Dan Raphael's dumbass, or even the fucking commentators. When you watch HBO or Showtime, even the commentators, you're gonna learn a whole lot more. I know Emmanuel Stewart, great trainer or whatever, but just listening to him on a televised fight isn't gonna do shit. You come to YouTube, man, these guys, y'all teach motherfuckers shit. Y'all tell people to watch this, that fight, this, that fight, this, that fight. They go watch it, and a lot of the times it's for the better of boxing. You guys do a great job. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a fan now. So thank you, YouTube boxing community, for making me a real fan of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's almost time for Nonito Donaire and Fernando Montiel to start. You know, Mike Jones, Jesus Soto Karass too. 2 fights I likely wouldn't even have gave a shit about a year ago. But because of the community, I'm excited to go watch this shit. So, finna kick in the smoke, you know what I'm saying? Deuces.